Selamat malam Mitra QR. Kami ucapkan selamat bergabung di acara QR Talk, sebuah forum diskusi yang diinisiasi oleh Quality Resources Coaching Consultant untuk membahas bagaimana coaching dapat membantu mengeksplorasi kemampuan terbaik individu dan organisasi untuk mencapai sebuah pengembangan diri yang berkelanjutan. Perkenalkan, saya Raini Mutiara yang akan membuka acara pada malam hari ini. Sebelum acara dimulai, saya akan membacakan terlebih dahulu tata tertib QR Talk. Yang pertama, seluruh peserta diharapkan untuk mematikan fungsi mikrofon selama webinar berlangsung untuk menghindari kebocoran suara dan kendala koneksi internet selama pembicara menyampaikan paparannya. Yang kedua, pertanyaan kepada pembicara maupun moderator dapat disampaikan melalui chat, baik melalui aplikasi Zoom maupun aplikasi YouTube. Acara QR Talk pada malam hari ini akan dipandu oleh Nurleli Susetio, PCC CMC MPM, yang merupakan founder dan CEO dari Quality Resources. Beliau merupakan seorang praktisi industri perbankan dengan latar belakang panjang sebagai senior leader. Beliau juga merupakan seorang practical consultant untuk solusi manajemen yang komprehensif. Dalam bidang coaching, Nurleli merupakan seorang corporate dan executive leadership coach dengan ICF PCC Credential yang telah melakukan lebih dari 2.000 jam coaching terhadap klien lokal maupun global. Langsung saja, mari kita sambut Nurleli Susetio.
Terima kasih, Reni. Assalamualaikum, halo, selamat malam semua. Selamat jumpa lagi dalam QR Talk. Alhamdulillah senang sekali dan juga bersyukur malam ini kita bisa berkumpul dalam keadaan sehat untuk berbagi, belajar, dan terus tumbuh, insya Allah ya. Topik diskusi kita kali ini berjudul Greater Success and Fulfillment Through Coaching. Nah, topik ini penting karena setiap orang pasti ingin sukses dan bahagia, bukan ya? Tetapi walaupun semua orang menginginkannya, namun tidak semua orang mampu mencapai sukses dan bahagia. Banyak yang sukses tapi tidak bahagia, ada juga yang bahagia tapi sebenarnya dapat lebih sukses dan lebih bahagia. Dan ada juga yang tidak sukses dan tidak bahagia. Nah, kalau nggak tahu deh kita masuk golongan yang mana ya. Apalagi dengan situasi akhir ini, dengan pandemi, kita di rumah terus, kita nggak bisa melakukan apa-apa yang kita dulu enjoy untuk lakukan. Aduh, susah sekali rasanya untuk menjadi sukses dan bahagia. Nah, kenapa demikian? Karena sukses dan bahagia tidak dapat datang dengan sendirinya. Ada requirement tertentu yang diperlukan untuk mencapai sukses dan bahagia. Antaranya, sukses dan bahagia sifatnya sangat pribadi ya, dan dapat berbeda antara satu orang dengan lainnya. Sehingga untuk itu, seseorang harus memiliki gambaran atau definisi yang jelas tentang sukses dan bahagia yang ingin dicapainya. Definisi sukses dan bahagia tidak dapat dipaksakan oleh orang lain. Bahkan orang tua saja nggak dapat menggunakan definisi sukses dan bahagianya untuk menjamin sukses dan bahagia anak-anaknya, ya kan? Nah, lalu juga diperlukan keterampilan untuk mewujudkan kesuksesan dan kebahagiaan sesuai definisi masing-masing orang tersebut. Nah, nggak ada yang namanya silver bullet yang dapat berlaku untuk semua orang dalam mencapai sukses dan bahagia. Nah, ini tentu juga memerlukan adanya pemahaman mendalam tentang apa kekuatan kita dan keterbatasan kita dan bagaimana menyikapinya dalam rangka mencapai sukses dan bahagia tersebut. Saya percaya sebagian besar, kalau tidak semua ya, mitra QR di sini sudah familiar dengan term coaching. Bahkan sebagian besar juga sudah sering mendengar bahwa coaching adalah human intervention yang powerful dalam mendorong kemajuan dan kesuksesan seseorang. Namun, mungkin tidak semua atau masih sedikit dari mitra QR yang paham benar how coaching works. Bagaimana sih ceritanya coaching bisa membantu kita mencapai sukses dan bahagia? Ya. Nah, untuk itu sudah hadir di tengah-tengah kita Dr. Michael Hea, PhD, MCC, the father of coaching in Asia. Jarang-jarang ya kita dapat coach sekaliber Dr. Michael Hea untuk bisa sharing di forum kita. Beliau adalah seorang master coach pastinya, dengan ICF kredensial. Beliau merupakan professional coach pertama dan juga presiden ICF pertama di region ini. Sebagai corporate coach dengan latar belakang profesional yang panjang dan lebih dari 10.000 jam coaching, beliau sudah bekerja sama dengan banyak perusahaan lah ya untuk membantu mereka transform, perform, bahkan untuk menjadi lebih baik. Beliau adalah juga founder dari Corporate Coach Academy Malaysia, sebuah award-winning coaching school, ya, one of the best, yang dengan passionnya dalam coaching education telah menghasilkan ribuan coaches di berbagai negara, Eropa, Australia, Amerika, Asia tentu saja, dengan berbagai kredensial. Nah, mari kita sambut Dr. Michael Hea, PhD, MCC. Good evening, Coach. How are you?
Good evening. Selamat petang. Good evening.
Selamat malam.
Selamat malam. Okay.
Yeah.
To all of you.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, Dr. Michael Hea broadcast langsung dari Kuala Lumpur ya. So thank you for being with us today, Coach. We are very honored to have you. Actually, this is our third session today, so
yeah,
it must be a little bit tiring, but
very excited.
Yeah, we are all, and I am for sure very excited and keen to have an insightful discussion with you about our today's topic. And I'm very happy that you said that you are also excited. So that's good.
Very excited.
All right. So before we continue, let's take picture as always. As always, we always take picture at the beginning. Mohon bantuan
with the camera on.
Yes.
With the camera on.
Ya, untuk mengabadikan dulu. Oke. Minta tolong dihitung seperti biasa supaya kerasa.
It'd be good to have our camera on.
Okay. Sudah?
Yeah, so nice.
Okay.
Good evening to all of you.
2.
All the camera on.
Once more. Okay, so 1.
All the camera. Yeah, all the camera.
Yeah. Please
all
open
picture.
your camera.
Okay.
Okay. 1,
Alright.
2, 3. Okay.
Alright. Terima kasih. Okay. Untuk kelancaran dan ketertiban dan supaya kita bisa cover semua poin yang sebanyak-banyak yang bisa kita cover, diskusi kita akan bagi dalam beberapa segmen. Satu pembukaan sedang berlangsung, lalu akan ada speaker sharing, nanti Dr. Michael Hea akan sharing banyak dengan kita. Lalu segmen ketiga tentu saja ada Q&A, rekan-rekan mitra QR di welcome ya untuk bertanya, komen atau bahkan sharing untuk di dalam diskusi kita. Lalu nanti ada segmen keempat, Dr. Michael Hea berkenan untuk melakukan coaching demo, so prepare everybody, siapa yang mau nanti merasakan experience ya coaching demo dari Coach Michael, dan segmen kelima tentu saja penutup. Oke. Baiklah, kita langsung saja masuk segmen berikutnya yaitu speaker sharing. Okay, Coach Mike, I spoke bahasa before, but I believe
I can understand it.
Yeah, it's about requirement to achieve success and fulfillment, right? As our topic is greater success and fulfillment through coaching, as the father of coaching, would you like to share with us about what people need to know on how coaching can help them or someone to achieve greater success and fulfillment?
Okay.
Time is yours, and you have like 20 minutes, okay, 30 minutes, it's all yours.
We'll speak only 10 minutes, and then after that, I'll pass on to you all to ask your question, okay?
That's also great, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Go up and down. Okay. So when we talk about coaching, we always also will talk about mentoring. Mentoring, training, consulting, they all come under the same umbrella, called mentoring. And coaching is something different from mentoring, consulting, training, and all that. Mentoring works. When I say mentoring, I also mean training. I also mean consulting, for an understanding. Works on the outside of the person. Okay. Whereas the coaching thing works on the inside of the person. Okay. So there are two. So when someone works on the outside,
Mm.
they will achieve what is known as success because they'll be able to meet their KPI, they will be able to meet their sales target, so they have success. But when they are able to also bring themselves, their own internal self into it, um, making them happy about what they are doing, not just achieving the target for the organization or maybe for my mother or my father because they want me to, become a doctor and all that. Yeah, I may have success, but I may not have fulfillment. So that's reason why the theme for today, for success and fulfillment, is a really good title that you have already to talk about the difference. Success, and that's why the word fulfillment is a big word, bigger than the word success to show that. To help you to understand this, I'd like to take you through a couple of slides, just a few slides, so that let the slide help to guide the learning of what coaching is. And then after that, we will have some questions around it. Can we do that?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Okay, let me jump into the slide, but I'm not going to show that to you just yet. Let me okay. Let me get to the slide. Yeah, maybe I just do that. Sorry, because my slides are all over the place, and I want to make sure that I get to the right slide. Now, coaching and winning the inner game. Mentoring will be mentoring, winning the outer game. So coaching is internal, okay, inside the person. Now, when we say inside the person here means, in other words, we help the person to deal with, a few things. Sometimes there are certain beliefs in people and that stop us from doing things. Like, for instance, a self-limiting belief that limit you, that stop you, is fear. Okay, people say things like, I'm afraid to go there, I'm afraid to try this, I'm afraid to talk to my boss, I'm afraid to talk to my children, or whatever. So fear is a very important component of an SLP. Another one is self-doubt. I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I don't think I can, I don't think I'm qualified, nobody want to listen to me, and all that. Another one is this thing called helplessness. Nobody want to help me. I do not know where to start. I have no resources, So this is called helplessness. Another one that stops us from becoming fulfilled in our life is we feel guilty. I cannot sleep thinking about it. I feel so sorry. I feel so painful, and all that. So these are the things that prevent people from achieving fulfillment. They may achieve success. They may be the top manager, they may be a good singer, but sometimes even the singer or the actor or the manager who have achieved success in terms of big promotion, big house, big car, secretary, can travel many places in their life, they may not still achieve the final thing in life called fulfillment, because this thing called the fear, the doubt, the helplessness, or the guilt is still in that person. So because of that, they cannot have that freedom. So what we coaches want to do for these people is to replace ganti the fear with confidence, to face the fear. Ganti the self-doubt with motivation to go ahead. Even I do not know, I will try. Someone says that. Or someone who is helpless, you make them become resourceful. They are innovative, they know where to find resources, they know where to get help, they know how to go about doing something, even though they may not have resources. Or we help people who are in guilt to become more resilient. They don't worry until, forever, but they worry maybe for a while, but they know how to bounce back. So we call this thing called the self-generative skills that we coaches want to help our people, whether they are a manager or whether they are a father or a mother or anyone for that matter, with these skills. Because only these skills confidence, motivation, resourcefulness, and resilience. They are skills that are necessary for now. They are also skills that are needed for the future. We also want that from our children. We want our children to be confident. We want our children to be motivated. We want our children to be resourceful. We want our children to cry, but know where to stop the cry, the tears. So these are the kind of skills that a coach do. Now, let me jump into something else here. Now, so this now take you to the definition of coaching. So coaching is deep, very dalam. Because we want to support people to achieve not successful goals alone. Mentoring help you to achieve what we call successful goal. Coaching help you to achieve fulfilling goal. So when someone has got fulfillment and what they call success, that's the best thing. And how does a coach do that? A coach do that by helping to raise the self-awareness of the person by through questions, through very powerful questions that they ask that help them to gain courage. With the questions like, what can you still do? Simple.
Hello? Coach?
And everything is aimed towards self-awareness of that person. And a coach uses two very, very important skills or powerful skills, the skills of listening and the skill of what they call questioning. So that's basically what coaching is. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this thing. This will be some details, but just to understand the definition, but at the same time to understand this thing called mentoring. Mentoring, training, consulting, they have this, they are basically more on the performance for what is needed from the person now. They need the skill, they see a mentor, and the mentor help them to get the skill to achieve professional growth. Whereas coaching help them to achieve personal growth. So personal growth, professional growth, performance-based, deep learning-based, if they both come together, the person will achieve success and fulfillment. So that basically is what I want to say. Now, maybe one more thing, okay, and then they do it different way. To mentor, you become a teacher. You can also become a guide. You can also help them to advise them, or you listen to their opinion, or you join them together to work on a project. And of course, when the mentor is really, really very good, the mentor also become a coach. So that's basically what, in short, what coaching is. We work on the inside. We help people to win their inner game. I do not know, Norelli, whether I should stop here for some question, or is there something else that you think I should also explain before the question?
Okay, let's I invite if there is any questions, please.
Okay.
Mitra QR, Oleh, silakan langsung aja kalau ada pertanyaan. Kalau enggak, mungkin bisa lanjut dulu. Tapi kalau ada, it's okay. Feel free to ask question. Apakah mau langsung raise your hand atau menggunakan chat room? Silakan, nanti kita bisa baca.
Yeah, that's Rama. That's Rama.
Rama, raise hand. Rama, you raise hand.
Okay, Rama. What's your question? Thank you very much for wanting to ask your question.
Rama, what are your questions?
Okay, there's one here from Hana Bank.
Yeah.
Dr. Mike, can we do mentoring and coaching at the same time? The answer is yes. Coaching and mentoring in many situations, they have to be together. In the real world, we cannot be mentoring, just mentoring, and we cannot be doing coaching, just mentoring. Mentoring and coaching comes together. Let me show you this. A very good question. Very good question. I want to show you this chart here. Yeah. Okay. I think I jumped. Hope you don't mind. make you a little bit tipsy. Okay. Okay, yeah. So this is a chart that I want to show where mentoring and coaching, they come together. Oh. Okay. Mentoring and coaching. In the beginning, when somebody is new, when someone has got no knowledge, when it's an onboarding exercise, a new person join a new industry, join a new company, or when a child is young, we would use 100% mentoring. So this person will, because they need knowledge, so we give them the knowledge. And in the middle, you can see here it's this thing called the person's competency and the person's awareness level, their consciousness of the world and so forth. Okay, that's the person. Now, when the person grows in the skill level, maybe they are older now, maybe they have been on the job a little while, the coach reduced the mentoring from 100% telling you what to do to an 80% with a 20% on coaching. I will show that to you in a short while. And when the person competency and awareness grow, we reduce the mentoring, the telling, to a 50%. That means 50% mentoring, 50% coaching. And the person increases, they grow further, and this time 20% on mentoring, 80% on coaching. And the person grows. The child is now adult. The child is now a young man or a young woman and got married, let's say. Their own family. So this is where the mentoring becomes lesser. Now, let's look at this chart here. When the person is 100%, therefore no coaching, because it's all about telling you, downloading. When the person is 80%, that means it's okay now, a little bit improvement in the competency. The coaching now becomes 20% and 80%. So here, the person just asks question to help the person to think with a question like, what do you think? Or do you agree to what I've said? Even a question, what is your view? When the person is at 50%, we also put in a 50% of coaching. We ask a question, what do you think you can also do? What is also another idea that you can have? So that's the 50%. And you can see the question becomes stronger and stronger. And when the person grows up further, where mentoring is reduced to 20% and more coaching comes in, we ask them questions like, what is even a better idea? How can you make your idea better? Okay, and this is the person who goes inside them and start thinking of what they can do. When the person is high up, we ask questions, big questions like, how can you make a difference? How can you make what you are doing more purposeful? How can you do something that more people can gain, not just for yourself, not just for your company? So dear friends, so this is where the coaching and mentoring come together all the time. All the time. It's a question, how much mentoring you need to do or how much coaching you need to do. And we observe the person, we look at the person, we listen to the person, and then we will then know how much and what do they need. So this is just a simple example to let you know that coaching and mentoring are something that you do together. It's a matter of how much of mentoring or how much of coaching for that person at that time. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, is it answer your question, Ibu Novalita? Okay, so let's go to the next question from Bapak Joko. Is it okay to do mentoring and coaching at the same time according to ICF?
Yeah, ICF also says this, okay, very clearly. And that is when we mentor or when we provide, like, okay, like Norelli, maybe you should do this. Okay, so it looks like it's an advice given. But when the coach asks a question like, so what do you think, Norelli? Do you think this will work for you? You are back to become a coach. So sometimes people cannot come up with their own ideas. The road towards a goal is not always very smooth. Sometimes there are big rocks down there. Sometimes there are potholes. Sometimes there is bungee around. There is thunderstorm. So people go through rocky patch. And if we don't sometimes offer them for a short while, just to get them out of their difficulty before we implement coaching, then that person may not move. So that's a new school of thinking right now, compared to previously. We look at a coach as somebody, you cannot give any answer, no matter what. Even if the coachee wants an answer, you cannot give, because your job is to make sure that you ask them question after question after question. But in the real world, after I've been in this industry for almost 22 years, I can tell you that sometimes people, they need help. And when they need help, we need to quickly go in to help them. And after that, we wear back our coaching hat. And I think that it's perfectly all right for someone to do this, to help someone to succeed in life. But this is a very interesting question. Who is the one who asked this question? May I know? Norel?
Pak Joko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pak Joko, where are you?
Pak Joko?
Yes.
Yep. So you must be someone who is very familiar with the ICF competencies.
Yep.
And are you a coach yourself?
Yes.
Joko? Yeah. So what do you think of what I've just said? A different way of looking at, the coaching bit, rather than, we see ourselves as 100% a coach. Of course, if we can do that, that'd be really good. But sometimes, do you agree that people, they do need some help along the way?
Okay. Because as I know that ICF doesn't let a coach to do mentoring during coaching, so have to be separate a session.
Separate session, but sometimes it's difficult to have a separate session because we are in a conversation. So in that conversation, sometimes we do coach. Of course, we will use a lot of coaching. Okay, because if you are a coach, I would say 80% of the time we'll be doing coaching. But there will be some occasions where we need to give people some help because people just don't know what to do due to many factors. So this is a new way of thinking, looking at the ICF competency, not from the traditional model where the coach is not allowed to give any answer. But I personally believe, and I do that because I work a lot with clients. And when we are in the real world out there, there's always a certain amount of coaching and mentoring that we put into it. But of course, like I mentioned, we will try to do as much as possible using the coaching bit. And we only fall back on the mentoring when the person really need help. Really, then we jump in to help them.
So are you saying that we cannot just rushing to put on the mentor hat?
Yes. So we need to change our hat. Situational. So coaching is situational rather than coaching is fixed. We cannot do anything else, but it's just coaching. Yeah, we like to do that. But sometimes people, they reach out their hand and they want some help. And we cannot deny them of the help. But we must quickly go back to coaching. So as long as we do more coaching than mentoring, I think we are fine. We will still can call ourselves an ICF coach or a proper coach.
Okay.
Thank you. Very good question.
Thank you. So there is a person that raised hand, but there is already 2 questions on the chat. So please, Eka, hold on there. Yeah. So let's read a question from Pandam. This is very popular and common question, by the way, Coach. For the new employee, which one should be had first, mentoring or coaching?
It all depends, at the level of that person. If this new person is a general manager coming into the organization as a general manager or as a CEO, then I would say for that kind of level of people, coaching should be more than the mentoring side as a new guy. But if that person is a very junior person, like a school leaver, joining an organization, he has got no experience, no commercial experience, no industry experience. So this person will need to have a certain amount of mentoring to fit into the organizational culture. And of course, when the person passes the probation, something like this kind, then the mentoring was slow, just at the table that I showed you, then the coaching will become a little bit more and more. So depending on the level of people, then will you decide as well whether how much of this to be used.
Okay.
I hope that answers the question.
Hope that answered the question. So okay, Ibu Eka Isabella. So go ahead.
Eka.
Hi, Coach Mike. It's good to see you
Hi.
again.
Good to see you again, Eka.
Yes, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Okay. I have two questions today, but related question. The first, is there any person who doesn't have any self-limited behavior? I mean that someone, it's literally someone has a SLB, and and then the second question is, can someone become a good coach if he or she still have a SLB, especially for like a new person who just want to learn to be a coach, while if they still have a SLB, how to manage it? Thank you.
So there are two questions. Thanks, Eka. So nice to see you again. When I saw you on the camera, hey, this person.
Yeah.
I remember seeing her. Yeah. I remember. PPM. She's from PPM. Are you still with PPM?
Yeah, I'm still in PPM.
Okay.
I'm with Jeffrey tonight. I'm with Jeffrey. Actually, Jeffrey invited me to this.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. The first question: are there any people in the world without SLB? Yes, they are. God. Yeah. When God is perfect, whether it's Allah or whether it's Jesus or whether it's Buddha, I think these are the people who don't have an SLB. I think everybody suffers from some kind of SLB at a certain time in their life. Okay, like for instance, the SLB in the current COVID situation, the kind of SLB that people have, people feel useless, because they are at home, they cannot go out, so people feel what they call useless. They feel that their life is very empty. So these are all SLB, and in this COVID period, or we call it this disruptive time, I think everybody, I don't know about the rest of you, dear friends, but I, for one, if you ask me, do I have SLB, even as a master coach or even as a father of coaching, I say I still have. Sometimes, there are doubts that I have. Sometimes I also get angry with certain things. Sometimes, I'm afraid of certain things. Yes, because I'm only human. So yes, everybody will have an SLB sometime in their life. And I don't think we can ever get rid of that SLB to start off. So that's the first question. So if you have an SLB, it is natural. It is common because everybody has it unless you are up there in heaven. The second thing, can someone with an SLB become a coach? Is I say, can there be somebody who has SLB? Can they be a manager? Can they be a father? Can they be a mother? And the answer here is yes. Because if we let our SLB control us so much, then we cannot move forward in life. Yes, I may have an SLB, but I'm in the process of trying to get rid of the SLB. And I think I want to move on with my life. Rather than, I got my SLB, let's say the SLB is fear, and this person say, I'm frightened to talk to a client, and because of the frightened to talk to a client, you don't become a coach, then I think so you won't experience success and happiness. So we got to find our own way sometimes to overcome our SLB. Sometimes we do it by ourselves, where we are a coach to ourselves. We talk to ourselves. We pray, we talk, we consult a friend, and we get rid of an SLB. Sometimes we need to have somebody outside, a good friend or a coach, to help us to remove it. So there are so many ways that we can actually do to remove an SLB. So SLB must never stop someone from doing what they are doing. And that's our job as a coach. We want someone who has an SLB, a manager who has an SLB, to carry on leading the people and doing a good job. And while doing that, try to overcome whatever SLB they have, you know what I mean? So the question is, Eka, definitely you can be a coach, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, despite the SLBs that you have, as long as you know how to, if you have the awareness on how to deal with them. I hope that answers your question, Eka.
Thank you. Yeah, you made me feel relieved that only God who doesn't have any SLB.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, only God.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Bunarali. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my answer. If there's anything else on that, please ask me. If not, we can actually move on to if there is a next question.
Yes. So, okay, you're good, Eka. Don't worry about that. Okay. So, there's another question from Gunapalita. Coaching needs some level of trust by the coachee to the coach. How do we get to this trust level? Whilst mentoring is easier since it's related to work performance. So, you don't need to have any connection or whatsoever.
That's a very good question, really good question. Yes, I do agree. In mentoring, you may not need to have much trust because it's all about knowledge and information. So I don't need to be close to you in that sense, because it's for professional development. But coaching, yes, we need to have trust. Why do we need to have trust? Why do you think we need to have trust in coaching? But we may not need that amount of trust in mentoring. Why? Why do we need trust in coaching? Open up to the floor, to all of you.
Oh, well, okay, let me answer. One of them is because I think we need to understand what the other person thinking. So because if they don't trust you, then they wouldn't tell you anything.
And that's right. They won't tell you anything. They won't tell you anything about the SLB. They won't tell you that they are frightened. They won't tell you that they don't know. They don't tell you that they are guilty. They don't tell you anything. You ask them, how are things with you? They say, okay, everything's okay, no problem. So you do not know anything about them. So when you don't, and when they have, and they tell you they don't have, it's very hard to coach, because coaching is based on trust. So that's the first thing. So coaches are people who have the ability to build trust with people. So what are the ways a coach builds trust with people? There are many ways of doing that. You think, okay, I think I'll give you a few and you think of the rest. Number one, the coach listens more than talking. The moment you talk more, you lose trust. So the coach got to listen maybe like 60% of the conversation. Let's say 100% in the conversation. 60% the coach should be, or at least 50% of the time, the coach have to listen. Because when you listen to people, you show a lot of respect to people. You make people feel important. Okay, that's one. So what is the other thing that a coach can do to build trust? Listening is number one. Okay, that is the number one. So what would be the other thing that the coach also need to do to win the trust?
Empathy, maybe.
Okay, empathy, good. Empathy in what? When you have empathy, so what does empathy here mean?
Meaning that you feel what the person feels, like putting yourself in their shoes, maybe.
Okay. Yep. So, Lydia, Okay, let's do a little bit of coaching here. Lydia, it's a good answer. You can put on the camera, it'll be very nice. You got a very nice photograph there. It'll be nice to see your face as well. Lydia. Okay, Lydia, let's say, do you believe in God? Lydia? Lydia, are you there?
Are you talking to Novalita or who?
I thought it was Lydia. Was it Lydia who asked the question? Who was the one who asked the question?
No,
Novalita.
I was the one who's asking the question, but Dr. Mike, I can't put up the video because I didn't wear my hijab.
Oh, okay.
So sorry about that.
Okay, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. No, Novalita, I just asked you a question. Do you believe in God?
Of course.
Okay, good. So let's say now we are in a conversation, and I'm going to tell you this. Novalita, there's no God. Show me your empathy now.
Then I don't trust you.
Okay. So when you don't trust me, I also won't trust you. So the coach don't trust the coachee, and the coachee also don't trust the coach, because why? There is an agreement. Disagreement. Okay. Now, empathy here means, in other words, when someone is saying something that is against your own belief, like things like you believe in God, and I say, no, Novelita, there's no God. So that's where, we feel, why is this guy saying something that's against my belief? So chances are we say, Michael, I think you are very, very bad. I think you're wrong. That's a God. So when we disagree with people, when we show our displeasure, so that is another way of losing trust from the other party. So a coach needs to be able to handle a coachee who say things that are totally against their own belief, against what they know, and they are able to manage that situation. That is called empathy. And it is very, very important in coaching. It's difficult. It's difficult because you're saying something that is against my belief. No, I want to say something. So empathy is you are able to manage this. So maybe you won't do anything. Maybe Novita, you just keep quiet, and maybe you say something. Okay, Michael, I understand. I guess you have your reason for saying that, and that's all that you say. But you will not say things like, I disagree with you, or make a judgment like I think you're bad, or something like that. So that is, so that is called empathy to build trust. Now, another one. What would be another one that will have to build trust? Open up to the floor. Huh? It's for Nobilita to answer. It's also for anyone to answer for that matter. Yeah, Sonjas. I see your picture down there, Sonjas. To your iPhone. You have an answer to this? How do we win trust from people? No trust, no coaching. No trust, you can still do mentoring, but no trust, you can't do coaching. It's very hard. So what would be another thing that will make a coach will help a coach to gain trust?
I think show respect.
Yes, respect, good mannerism, care for their feeling. Yeah, and show your care. That would be also another way of building trust, because when we care, we make the person feel important. When we don't care, we don't make the person feel important. So these are some of those things that a coach do during conversation to help. So when a parent, has this quality with their children, then they are actually coaching their children, and the children and the parents become very, very close, because the parents also take care of their feeling, even though the children are young and they are older, and maybe they should have more power because they raise the family, they give them food, they give them a place to live. So, and yet they don't show their power on their children. So the children therefore love their parents. So when we are in coaching, it is equal partnership. When you are in mentoring, the mentor is always higher than the mentee. But when you are in coaching, there is no difference in terms of status. That's why the coach don't make a judgment. That's why the coach don't tell you what to do, because the coach actually believes that you have the answer and I help you to do that. So these are some of those ways. And I want to add one more. One of the ways that I believe strongly is you are prepared to, you can say sorry. You can say, Ika, I do not know the answer. Can you help me with an answer? I can be humble to extend out my hand and ask for help from someone. And that is humility, you know. So humility is also one of the ways for us. Humility, being vulnerable. So these are the things that you can help to win your trust from people. Okay, so thank you very much, because that is a very good question. So yes, trust building is very, very important. So all coaches have very good connecting skills. All coaches can win trust from people pretty fast. We don't want to take a long time to build trust. Sometimes we don't have the time in the world, all the time in the world to build trust. So we have to build trust with people pretty fast. We got to get people to like us pretty fast. And that's the role of a coach. If all leaders can do that, they have good connection and they can win the trust of the people. Wow, then I believe that it'll be a great place to be in, you know. So that's my answer to
Qualita questions. Yes. Very, very
Thank
good.
you, Dr. Mike. Thank you so much.
You.
All right.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to ask question or comment or share? Welcome, Sonia. Sonia broadcast from Finland, so it's far away.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So,
nice to have you.
Yeah. Anything? Any question? If not, we still have like 10 minutes. Coach Mike, if you want to share other thing.
What do I want to share? What do I want to share is this. So how do we do coaching? Maybe this will be something for you to take home and learn something about coaching. People like Ika, people like, of course, Norelli, people like Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey. You all have gone through the program on the model of coaching. So maybe I want to show to you a model of coaching that we use in conversation, and maybe you use this to demonstrate coaching with one of you here. Okay, can we do that?
Yeah.
See whether you can still remember this model of coaching or not. Okay, just give me a second. I'll just get down to. I will skip. Oh, I jump. Okay. Okay. I want to show to you this model of coaching. Can you see this one? Yeah, it kind of went off. Oh.
Why I can't hear? Coach Michael, you are on mute. Is it in purpose? Coach Michael, you are on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is the model of coaching. Maybe you're here and pick up something. This is called the 3-stage coaching model. Is a model of coaching that we have been using for the last 22 years, okay? And we teach that. People like Ika, people like Jeffrey, people like Norelli, and some of you all, you have gone through this. So I thought that maybe I will share this coaching model with you all. And in this model, the 10 milestones. So the model of coaching here basically made up of 3 parts.
So sorry, Coach. Are you trying to show some slide?
Oh, is it not shown?
No,
Okay.
it's not so.
Okay. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay. Sorry about this.
Okay.
Can you now see this?
Yes.
Okay, this is the 3-stage model of coaching. And it consists of 3 parts. Can you see this?
Yes.
So the first part is called the see. The second part is called the say. The third part is called do. Eka, can you still remember this model of coaching?
Yes.
You can, right? You can still
Yeah, I
remember, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
have you been using this model? Good revision for you.
Yeah, I have to be honest. After the graduation.
Forgot that. So this is a good revision for you all. So it's a see, say, do. See means we want to help the coachee. That means the first part of a conversation. The first part of a coaching relationship will always be helping the coachee to see. To see means they have a certain awareness in them. They become aware of something that is wrong, or something they could do, or something they could, change, or something like that. So that's a see. So after helping the person to see, we help the person to say exactly what they want to do. Now that they are more aware, now they know what to do. So what is it that they want to say? We want to get their commitment to do what they say they will do. Once they have got their commitment, we will get them into action. We call that the do. So that's why it's called the see, say, do. And to help the coach to do this model well, we put in some SOP. I think now you know what's SOP, right? With the COVID situation, we hear SOP all the time. So coaching also have their SOP. So there are 10 SOP. So the first milestone in the coaching is always to connect with the person. And we talk a lot about that. The gain trust, make the person, believe in us, make the person feel comfortable. So this is the connect that we will always do in the beginning of a conversation. So there you are, it's build trust and safety. And the second part of the conversation is always about, so Ika, or so Norelli, or so, what is it that you want to discuss? So we basically set the goal. Okay, we set the goal very early in the conversation. We set the goal, we set some ground rules on how to make the coaching a success. After we know the goal, we will find out a little bit about the goal that they want and why they are not achieving the goal, the roadblocks, Okay, I want this goal, but I cannot be let's say the goal is to become a good leader, but I can't get to become a good leader. So the coach asks questions like, so what's stopping you? What's stopping you, preventing you from becoming a good leader? Then they tell you about their roadblocks. So as they're talking about their goal and about the roadblock, we believe as coaches that the coachee becomes more aware. So where's where we challenge them to help them to shift their mindset, that's the worldview, to make changes in the way they feel. Like they feel bored, we ask them questions like, how do you want to feel? And they say, I want to feel happy. Okay, and how can you be happy? So we do a lot of things around the challenge side. So that's the C. And then when the C is done, the coach go into the next part here, the creation of the plan. What needs to be done? Exactly what needs to be done for you to overcome that. And then once that is done, we commit the coachee to the thing that they will say, that they say they want to do. Once they are committed, we will get them to implement. We call it change, the execution, the implementation. So that's where they need to look at the actual things that they need to do, and also changing their mindset. Now they have to be in action. Okay, so that's the change under the do. But the coach is still not happy because they are afraid that if people can just change for one day, change for 2 days, and after that, they go back to themselves. So the coach talks about this thing called continue. Coach asks questions like, so what could be a potential challenge along the way? What will make it difficult for you to carry this out? So they look at their demotivators and help them to, find their motivation to continue with the change until now until the whole thing becomes a habit. And then after that, the coach sits down with the coachee in the check to find out about their progress, to find out performance. And when everything is okay, then of course you close the session. So this is how a coach generally uses that. I personally teach this to all my students, like Ika, Jeffrey, and everybody else. And I also use this model when I am in coaching with my client. So dear friends, this is one thing that I like to leave behind with you all, that you actually have got a model of coaching that you can actually use. And this is your conversation. So your conversation always have 3 parts. The first part is always to help people to gain awareness. The second part of conversation is always to get people to commit. And the third part of the conversation is to implement the plan. So that's basically the 3-stage coaching model. Now, over to you, dear friends, for any question that you have. And we can actually have a coaching session just using this model. Okay, let's take some questions first. Okay, dear friends. So, Ika, do you still remember this 3-stage model? And Jeffrey as well?
Yeah.
You can remember, right?
Yeah, I remember it clearly.
Okay, so because you remember so clearly, so you need to coach me afterwards.
No. I take it back.
Okay, so dear friends, any question that you have relating to the model, some comments that you want to make about what you have seen, and after that we can actually have a coaching demonstration with the people who are interested. So over to you, dear friends. To Budi, to Win, to
Sorry, I think it's about the time. We've been discussing for more than 1 hour, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of good points that I take note on. That success is when we're working on the outside, and fulfillment when we getting our internal being to it. So to get success and fulfillment, both part of ourselves must work together. So that's why to success, to mentoring, we need mentor. But for fulfillment, it's more coaching. So mentoring and coaching must go, and important must go together. So and the coaching model that we can start experiencing it or practice it on our own, with people in our surrounding, to get trust, and as the basic of coaching, like Nopalita questioned before. Okay, so kalau nggak ada pertanyaan lagi, mungkin sekarang kita bisa masuki segmen berikutnya ya. Dr. Michael Hea, would you kindly do some coaching demo for us? So we can experience some coaching, so hopefully we can have a better understanding about coaching. Okay, so by saying this, we invite anybody that voluntarily want to become a coachee to our master coach Michael Hea here. Silakan.
Is there anyone here who has got, maybe an issue or a goal, and you want some clarity? And let's just have a conversation. And hopefully the conversation will help you to have some clarity, some awareness on what you are facing today.
Anybody? Please.
Is there someone who likes to experience, what a coaching conversation is like? And I won't charge you any money for it. Free of charge.
Okay.
If nobody, I can be volunteer.
Okay. Okay, Bella.
Hmm.
Okay, good. So let's listen to a conversation between me and Bella. Okay, Ika, Bella. Okay.
Hmm.
So Bella, really nice. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is, okay, let me show you the diagram a little bit. We will not be able to do everything, but I just want to show this to you. So what I'm doing right now, oh, okay, I am doing the connect. Okay. So Bella, how are you? It's been a long time that I've not seen you.
Yeah, I'm good.
And how are you coping with the COVID situation?
Actually, it was okay in the beginning. But now I feel that if it's so long, it's getting
Yeah.
worse. Yeah.
But when I look at you, you look so good. You look so bright. You look so much younger than last time I saw you, despite the COVID situation. So you must be taking good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Okay. So what I'm trying to do right now is, I connect, and when you connect, you always try to use positive words for people. You don't want to connect, but you talk about all the sad story, all the negative things. So even though the person is negative, the person is not feeling good, we always want to set the stage right with a good positive connection. So then I now go to the next one here. Okay. So Bella, what is it that I can do for you, or what is it that I can help you with?
Actually, I want to be a coach, a life coach, but I never started. I stopped practicing. I think since the graduation. I think after graduation, I'm not doing anything with the coach program, and I feel that it's a shame. Yeah.
Okay. So in this session, you want me to help you to start something on coaching?
Yes, I want you to help me to get the spirit again.
Okay.
To become a coach.
Good. Very good. So I summarize. So what you want me to do for you is to help you to bring back the coaching spirit into you again.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. I accept your goal. So now I go into the clarify. Basically to know about the goal, the issue. Okay. So Bella, so what make you want to go back to coaching? You have left it for quite a while, but you want to get back to it. So there must be a reason why you want to get back to coaching.
Because I think to become a coach, I can help other people to see, to overcome their problem. I feel that, by helping people, I feel that my life is meaningful.
Okay. So since you want that, so what is actually stopping you from becoming one? So now I am on the roadblock. Okay, now I'm on roadblock with Bella. So what is in the way that's preventing you to do that?
At the moment, because I think at the moment, I don't have enough skill, and I feel that I don't have I think to become a coach, you have to have a clear mind. And at the moment, I feel that I'm not in that situation.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that it seems that I lose my orientation of life. I think because I lose my orientation of life, and I don't know what I want to do, and I just go with the wind.
So you said a very important word here. One of the many things you said, but one thing that caught my attention is this word that you used. You lost your orientation to life. So what's that, Bella?
I always thought that I want to have a career that I can help other people, because I know that I'm a people person. But last year I got married. My husband is Norwegian, and now he lives in Sweden. And then at the moment I'm applying for a resident permit. So I didn't hear any news yet, but for me it's okay because I still have time with my family here. But the another case is I feel that I don't know what should I do besides like waiting, and I thought to myself that I have to prepare myself, learn more in the future. If I want to study more, I have to prepare it. But at the moment, I don't feel that I have the motivation to prepare it. Yeah, I feel it's lose motivation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, Bella, I want to congratulate you that you are happily married. I believe that's why you are trying to find ways of reuniting with your husband. Am I right to say that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So that's a great news, right? At least you're married right now. The last time I met you, you were not married, but now you're married. Okay, congratulations. Okay, so you are disorientated because there are two things that I hear. One thing is you are trying to find ways on how you can, come together with your husband again. Because he lives in Sweden and you are here. Is that one of the reasons why you have this disorientation?
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the reasons.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And then the other reason is you say that you do not know how to start, where to start, because you feel that you don't have the skills.
I don't have the skill, and also I feel that I don't have the motivation at the moment. I always think that in the future I want to be like a life coach, like I help people. I always think that way, but at the moment.
Okay, so between these few issues, don't have the skill, trying to meet your husband again, and this thing called motivation. Out of these three, which is the one that is preventing you from becoming the coach that you want to be?
I think the first one, I think, because I feel that I have a feeling that if I reunite with my husband, I want to totally build my own family, and I feel that I'm afraid that if I too focus on my career, then I lose the orientation to take care of my family. I have that kind of feeling, and I feel that I'm scared that I'm become too ambitious or too like a career orientation.
Okay, so you are afraid that if you that you become too focused on your career and your relationship with your husband may be affected.
Yes, yeah.
And because of that, you don't spend too much time or do anything about coaching.
Yeah, coaching is one of that.
Okay,
yeah.
So coaching is something that you attach to your work, or coaching is something that you attach to your life, or you attach that to your overall, your overall life with your husband and your family and all that. Can you just help me to understand this little bit about this fear that you have?
Sorry, Coach, can you repeat your question?
Okay, you said that one reason why you don't do anything much about coaching is because you are afraid that if you spend too much time on the work side or too focused on the work side, the family side will suffer.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yes.
Okay. So my question to you is that the reason why you are afraid to go into coaching? Because you're afraid that coaching may take away your family life?
Probably not.
Then what? So I'm now going into the challenge here. I'm trying to find and help our friend Bella to have some sort of awareness. That's why I'm spending a bit of time and not moving here, not moving there, not moving. I just want to stay here talking to Bella so that Bella get bigger awareness.
Yeah, I don't think that's the main of the reason, because I believe that my husband, he is quite supportive for my career, and he quite positive, I believe, about that.
Yeah.
I think another reason is at the moment I'm with my family, and I know that my family is not in good currently at this couple of months. Like my parents not in a good health as well, so I feel that I need to be with them and take care and spend time with them, like being present with them. That's the most important for me.
Yeah. So do you is that the main reason why you are not in coaching, because your priority is on your parents as opposed to on your coaching?
I think I don't know. I just feel that family things is like a mix between like my parents here and then my husband there. Yeah.
So it kind of like make you lose focus.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I think so.
So my question is, what is wrong? What is wrong for you to place your family first and coaching second? Can you put coaching first and family second as a loving daughter, or it should be family first, then only we talk about coaching?
For me, family first, then coaching.
So do you feel that you've done anything wrong by not to be in coaching at this moment in time?
Yeah,
because of your situation.
I think it's at this situation. I think it's okay. I can put
it's okay.
It's okay. Right.
Yeah. So can you imagine if you go into coaching and your family side suffers? Would you want that?
No, I think I will be regret.
Yeah, you will regret, of course. So it is all right. So now that you know that it is all right, and I totally agree with you, you are perfectly all right to put family first before anything. So what do you want to do now that you realize or come to terms with this situation of yours? So I'm trying to go into the co-create.
I think I will be accept the situation that at the moment I try to see it in a positive way, that it is a privilege for me that I can be with my parents at the moment. So I try to be with them as long as I have the opportunity. And then while during with the family, I still can like attend like this type of things, like a coaching, talk show or anything. So I think it still can help me, even though it doesn't help me go to deep.
So good, Bella. So what would be one or two things that you can do a little to move into the coaching arena?
I think keep updating myself about the coaching news.
Very good. Like attending today's. Okay, good. So you keep updating yourself while you take care of your loving family. You happy with that?
Yeah, I think I feel satisfied and I feel relieved as well.
Okay. So how committed are you to take care of family and do a little bit and a little bit around coaching so that you don't lose the skill? At the same time, you make your family your number one.
I think probably I will put maybe 10% of my time. Maybe, and I think I couldn't do it more because I still have another commitment toward my job. But at least I didn't like lose
touch.
Lose touch.
Yeah, very good. Hey, very good. So when are you going to start doing this? Like what you have mentioned.
I think I already started tonight.
Okay, very good. So very good. So you started tonight. That's very good. So now the next one is, how can you continue to make sure that you move forward and not do halfway and then you go back to your own self again? So what will ensure that you will continue to slowly move forward and forward till
I
you
think-
become.
Yeah, I think I will keep in touch with some of friends who have the same like interest. And probably after this, I will text Jeffrey and ask Bu Nureli number, or maybe I can text you. I have your number.
Yeah, even me, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good. Okay, and I really wish you well, and I want to see you, becoming a better and better coach. At the same time, loving your family and loving your husband. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
thank you very much.
So Bella,
Thank you.
Jack. So how's the session that you have just now? How did you find it?
Yeah, I find it's really good because I didn't expect that. I thought that I feel that when I come to tonight, I didn't expect that I become like one of the coaches.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then I
Okay.
find it's good, and I can see like
Yeah.
myself like a difference.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to say this to you. All the very best, Bella. It's nice to see you, and I look forward to you. One day, be both a coach, and be still loving your family, and of course, a lovely wife to your husband as well. And I wish you all the very best.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Give applause.
Thank you so much.
to our coach and our
Okay.
coachee.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for the
So, dear
opportunity.
friends, so we're just trying to use the model.
We can
Thank you,
learn.
Bella. Really good of you to
Yes.
offer yourself.
Yes.
I know even in the class,
Yes.
Bella
Okay.
is always
Any-
very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Right.
dear friends,
Okay.
all over to you.
So we get into the end of our session. We invite another 1 or 2 questions, if any. If not, we just continue to go to the closing. 1, 2, 3.
Is everyone coachable? Gunalan asked a question.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Is
That's a
everyone
very-
coachable? Good question. Okay.
Yeah. So the question is this. When we say someone is coachable or someone is not coachable, we are saying it based on our current skill level. You know what I mean? It's like, I may not be able to coach, let's say Bella, but someone else that normally will be able to coach Bella. So if I were to say, oh, Bella is not coachable, it's also wrong because I say that based on my current skill level. But if Norelli is given a chance to coach Bella, and she may be able to do that. So for Norelli, Bella is coachable because of her skill level. But for me, she's not coachable because of my skill level. So this is a very subjective question, very, very hard to answer. It all depends on, how good we are with the person, how much trust we have with them, how comfortable they are with them, and of course, what kind of skill set do we have to move the person out from not coachable to become coachable.
Okay.
Okay. Very good question. Thank you so much.
Very good question. Okay, ada lagi? Satu lagi, last one. Gak ada. It seems that everybody already get a lot and enough and no more question, coach. So, okay. Sebelum kita get into the closing remark dari speaker kita, untuk dokumentasi mungkin host bisa bantu ambil foto kita semua karena ini masih komplit nih. If I'm not mistaken, it's 33 people here. Please turn on your camera just for picture, and after that you can turn it off again. Okay? Bisa minta tolong? Okay.
Very good.
Yeah,
It's so nice to see your faces.
Good,
Yeah.
good. You can
Gunalan,
see
very
all
good.
the
Thank you to see
faces
you.
here.
Yeah, all the faces, 100%.
100%.
Let's have a 100%.
Okay, let's take the picture before it
Yeah.
disappear again.
Throw a challenge. Jeffrey as well. Where's Jeffrey?
Yes, hi
in front of-
Jeffrey. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeffrey is there. It's nice to see you, Jeffrey. Hey, hi, Jeff. Let's have a party and turn on our camera and see each other.
Okay. Udah siap? Host? Can you count for us? Hello?
Hi.
Yep.
Who
Oh,
take
what do
the
you want?
picture?
Oh, okay.
Oke. 1, 2, 3. Oke.
Okay. One more?
I'll follow Gunalan.
Oke?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Oke, sebelum tutup saya juga ingin menyampaikan titipan dari panitia. Please, kami sangat menghargai feedback dari mitra QR semua untuk kemajuan perbaikan event QR yang akan datang. Tolong diisi melalui link yang di-share di chat room, sudah ada. Dan juga untuk informasi mengenai program-program QR untuk pelatihan coaching, dan informasi seputar coaching lainnya bila mitra QR ingin mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang coaching, banyak sekali, dan kita juga link dengan Corporate Coach Academy. So now it is the time to get the icing on the cake. Dr. Michael, I know that you shared the last piece before, which is the coaching model, but is there anything else that you like to give us for some closing remark for today's session?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, when we are a coach, this is the best form of charity that we can do someone. People sometimes like to give sugar, money, clothing, you know, to help someone in charity. But to me, I always believe that when you use coaching to help someone, that becomes the biggest charity that you can help, that you can do for someone. Because when you give sugar, you give money, you give people a fish. But when you coach someone, you teach people how to fish, and that is for life. So you'll be remembered, you would leave a legacy, and because you give rather than you take, and I believe that you will have a successful and a fulfilling life through coaching. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
for-
Luar biasa. Thank you, Dr. Michael. It's been very insightful and fruitful discussion. I learned a lot, and hopefully all of us do. Thank you again, and see you
Thank
in
you.
other events. Ya, hopefully more to comes. Baik, Bapak
Thanks for
Ibu
coming.
mitra QR, dengan demikian berakhir sudah sesi diskusi kita malam ini. Semoga semua terus sukses dan maju dalam mencapai sukses dan fulfillment ya bagi Anda. Selamat malam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Forum saya kembalikan kepada host kita, Mbak Reni. Silakan, Mbak Reni.
Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Acara
Sonja is from
pada
Finland, right? Sonja,
hari
are you from Finland? All right, all the way down there. Very nice to see you, Sonja, and all of you as well.
Yeah.
Good night, selamat malam to all of you.
kepada para pembicara mitra QR pada malam hari ini. Semoga apa yang sudah diperbincangkan dan didiskusikan dalam acara ini dapat menjadi ilmu baru dan penyemangat. Kami mohon juga kesediaan mitra QR untuk mengisi form feedback yang telah disediakan di kolom chat. Saya Raini Mutiara, pamit undur diri. Selamat malam dan sampai jumpa lagi di acara QR berikutnya.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you Bu Nurleli.
Thank you, Bu Nurleli.
Michael,
Thank you semuanya.
Bella, thank you. Thank you Pak Joko, Coach Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Jeff.
Thank you, Bu.
Thank you.
Sampai jumpa.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bella. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for coming.
See you, Mike.
Yeah, nice to see you. Really nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Bella.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know I recognize
You remember?
your face.
Yeah, I remember.
You
You've been my coach one time, Bu Nurleli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I coach you, right? One time. Yeah.
One time, I think, yeah.
Why,
Yeah, so nice.
long time ago. Yeah, okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bella, Jeff. All the very best to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
You too.
God bless.
God bless.
Keep in touch.
Care,
Hope
Mike.
to get back.
So we
Hope to
have
go back to
Jeff.
PPM.
Don't